by reading some introductory lines to you from John chapter 14. The main verse I'm going to be reading will be the 13th, but I think it's very important that I show you what led up to verse 13. Chapter 14, verse 3 says, "For Herod had laid hold on John and bound him, John the Baptist, and put him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife. But John said unto him, It is not lawful for thee to have her. And when he would have put him to death, he feared the multitude because they counted him as a prophet. But when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod. Whereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatever she would ask. And she says, being before instructed of her mother, said, Give me here John Baptist's head in a charger. And the king was sorry, nevertheless, for his oath's sake, and them which sat with him at meat, he commanded it to be given her. And he sent and beheaded John in the prison. His head was brought out of a charger and given to the damsel, and she brought it to her mother. And his disciples came and took up the body and buried it and went and told Jesus. When Jesus heard of it, he departed by ship into a desert place apart. And when the people had heard thereof, they followed him on foot out of the cities. And Jesus went forth and saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion toward them. And he healed their sick. When it was evening, his disciples came to him saying, This is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away that they may go into the villages and buy themselves victuals. But Jesus said unto them, They need not depart. Give them to eat. And they said unto him, We have here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. And he said, Bring them hither to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he blessed and brake, and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. And they said, and they did all eat, and were filled. And they took up the fragments, and there remained 12 baskets full. And they that had eaten were about 5,000 men, besides women and children. And straightway Jesus constrained his disciples to get into a ship and go with him unto the other side, where he sent the multitudes away. When he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. Now, that's a powerful scripture. He was able to feed 5,000 people by multiplying 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. And he went by boat out into a solitary place where he prayed. And that gives you a good example of the power of prayer and why we should constantly use the power of prayer in our lives. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I want to remind you all to please like, subscribe, comment, share, and please remember to pray. Thank you.